transform workplaces into supportive spaces. In recent years, a troubling trend has emerged in several countries: a rise in suicide among young professionals, frequently attributed to overwhelming stress and tension at the workplace. This crisis underscores the increasing strain caused by excessive work, reminiscent of Japanese term karoshi, which translates to death from overwork. In 2023, 2,900 people in Japan ended their lives due to overwork. What was once a term specific to Japan has now found resonance in other parts of the world, especially the relentless drive for profit and productivity continues to overshadow mental health, personal well being, and even human lives. A Statista report on suicide among Indian professionals in the private sectors for the year 2022 puts the number as 11,486. A competitive economy. The reason behind this brutal work culture is clear: profit. In today's competitive economy, businesses focus on cost cutting, efficiency, and productivity. As a result, employees come under immense pressure to meet unrealistic expectations, often working long hours and under strenuous conditions. Many organizations have adopted a belief system where success is tied to a hustle and bustle culture, assuming that perpetual activity will lead to better results. This mindset is not new. Some scholars believe that the roots of this work obsession can be traced back to Weber's influential work, The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism, which links hard work with moral virtue. According to Weber, success and diligence were not just signs of professional capability, but of moral worth. Today, unfortunately, this ethos thrives in high stakes industries such as technology, finance, and law, where not just hard work but also overwork is celebrated and even glorified. The consequences are devastating. Con- Cognitive dissonance theory, a psychological concept, helps explain how employers justify this grueling work environment. Once overwork becomes normalized, employers may rationalize rationalize it as beneficial or even essential for organizational growth. From a business standpoint, the belief often emerges that pushing employees to their limits will filter out the weak and reward the strong, fostering a culture of hyper competition. However, this distorted view ignores the steep human cost. Chronic stress leads to burnout, anxiety, depression, and tragically suicide in some cases. Importance of employee well-being. This myopic understanding of work and success prevents companies from considering alternative models that prioritize employee well being. And although research has consistently shown that happier employees are more productive, the human relations movement, which began in early 20th century, underscored the importance of employee satisfaction in improving organizational efficiency. This perspective has slowly regained traction today. As more companies are embracing flexible work hours, mental health initiatives, and policies to promote work life balance, the challenge now is to move beyond profit maximization to a long term view that treats human capital as a core asset. So, how do we get there? While diminishing this as wishful thinking is tempting, meaningful change is possible. The first step for companies is to resist their work culture and expectation. Employers should reduce excessive working hours, offer flexible schedules, and embrace remote work when possible. Studies have shown that employees with more control over their schedules report higher job satisfaction and reduced stress level. Encouraging regular breaks and vacation is also vital in preventing burnout. Equally important is providing psychological support. Companies should invest in employee assistance programs and ensure that mental health professionals are accessible. Psychological research has proven that early intervention can dramatically reduce the long term effects of workplace stress. It is also critical to foster open conversation around mental health, eliminating the stigma that often surrounds seeking help. Focus on work quality. Supervisors and managers are pivotal to driving this transformation. They must be trained to recognize signs of burnout, such as emotional exhaustion and disengagement, and intervene before problems escalate. A culture where mental health check ins are routine and stress management is prioritized can create a healthier and more sustainable workforce. Additionally, companies should shift their focus away from measuring productivity solely based on quantity of time spent or deadliness met. Instead, performance metrics should emphasize the quality of work. This approach should help create an environment where output is valued for its depth and impact rather than sheer volume. Lastly, the deeply ingrained myth that constant busyness equates to productivity must be debunked. A balanced and sustainable work culture benefits employees and their organizations, and employers should set realistic expectations, and employees must feel empowered to set boundaries around their work hours. This includes saying no when workload becomes unmanageable, a daunting but necessary step in maintaining mental health. The issue of workplace stress is both societal and personal. Addressing it requires collective effort. While employees can build resilience through mindfulness, regular exercise, and strong social support networks, seeking professional help should never be delayed when stress becomes overwhelming. Employers and employees must take concrete steps to break the cycle of overwork and promote a culture that values holistic well-being. Only by doing so can we achieve sustainable productivity and a future where life is valued above profit.